Hi, I'm Marlon Dahl and this is Bachelor on a Budget. Today we are making cauliflower wings 3 ways. Not only are these cheap and tasty, but we're gonna save a couple dozen chickens. Let's get started. We're gonna start off by preheating our oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit and prepping our cauliflower. So I just took off most of the stems and they're just nice little florets with this size. I want to keep it quite consistent in size. I got 5 cups here, so that was 2 medium to small cauliflower heads. So for the batter, we got half a cup. Come on. We got half a cup of cornstarch. And half a cup of flour. Teaspoon of onion powder. Teaspoon of garlic powder. And a teaspoon of paprika. And a teaspoon of salt. Then I'm doing about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. It's just gonna help the cauliflower get a bit more crispy. And 1 cup of almond milk. You can also use soy or you can use milk if you want, but we're trying to keep it somewhat vegan. And we're gonna whisk this. Okay, the batter's done, so I'm just gonna dump in all of my cauliflower here and then mix that around. Okay, that's nice and mixed. So now we want to put these on a parchment-lined baking sheet. We want to use parchment paper because otherwise they'll stick to the pan. Let's place those down, make sure they're not overlapping. Get the second sheet. And we're going to get these in the oven. And we're gonna cook that for 20 minutes at 450. For our honey garlic sauce, we're gonna start off with 1 tablespoon of soy sauce and 1/3 of a cup of honey. And that's on medium heat. We also wanna get in 2 garlic cloves in there. You can mince them really fine or use a garlic press like I'm doing. Now, if you're just making one of the sauces, you're gonna wanna triple up the recipe. That's got to a boil, so I'll just turn the heat off there. Next up is the buffalo. I'm gonna drop in 1 tablespoon of butter. Once that butter's melted, I'm gonna add in 1/3 a cup of red hot sauce. I'm using Frank's. If you want to pay me for it, Frank's, go ahead. Mix that around. As soon as it gets to a boil, you can take that off the heat. And for the last one, I'm making a Thai-inspired one. Going in with 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of sweet soy. If you don't have sweet soy, you can use regular soy with a bit of sugar, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, and a 1/2 teaspoon of fish sauce. Then 1 teaspoon of honey. You can omit that if you don't like yours sweet, but I like all my wings sweet. Just let that boil and thicken. And that sauce is done as well. I'll just put that aside, and it is time to take out our cauliflower. Okay, so these are partly cooked. What I forgot to mention was if you want them slightly crispier, you can flip them halfway, so at that initial 10-minute mark. But I'm content with how these are turning out. Already they're pretty crispy. So what we want to do is take about 1/3 of them and put it in with our sauce mixtures. And our hot sauce ones. Mix those around. And our honey garlic. Once those are nicely coated, we can post those back. If you notice that one side is softer than the other, we can face those up. Get that back in the oven. And our Thai one. While those finish up cooking, I'm just gonna make a nice dipping sauce. I'm using about a cup of yogurt, about a teaspoon of lemon juice, a teaspoon of onion powder, and a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of salt. Place that. Fresh chives. Now let's take these out of the oven. Yeah. And we'll start plating these. And we are done. Look at this. Oh man. Look at that. Mmm. That absorbs that flavor so well. Great consistency, great texture. I can't wait to dive into these. Thank you guys for watching. I want to give a shout out to Pepsi Loudmouth. He was the first person to post this that I saw on the Eat Cheap and Healthy subreddit. That's the first one I saw. And that's where I kind of like picked up, started looking at other recipes. So shout out to him and the Eat Cheap and Healthy community. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button and leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are or if you have a flavor recipe. Thanks for watching.